There was a time when your alarm didn't wake you. Your purpose did. Now the alarm rings and you hit snooze on your own life. You scroll just to remember what hunger used to feel like. It didn't happen overnight. A skipped workout here, a broken promise there. Tiny choices stacked into a version of you swore you'd never become. And the fire that once defined you faded into noise. You tell yourself you'll get it back when life settles down. But life never settles. Because fire doesn't return by luck. It returns by decision, by pain, by proof. He sits at the kitchen table. The coffee's cold before it's half gone. The screen glows, but nothing on it moves him. It isn't failure that broke him. It's forgetting what it felt like to try. Bills on the counter, shoes by the door still clean. He used to chase mornings. Now mornings chase him. One night he catches his reflection in the dark window. And for the first time, he doesn't recognize the man staring back. That's when the silence speaks. This can't be it. I remember sitting there, pretending the noise was peace. It wasn't. It was avoidance. He whispers, "The fire isn't gone. It's buried." And he decides to start digging. Comfort is the slowest kind of death. Change never begins with motivation. It begins with disgust. That quiet revolt against the man you've become. He sets the alarm 30 minutes earlier. It hurts. Everything in him argues. But pain can be the alarm your soul rings when you've drifted too far from who you were. He stands anyway. One push-up, one page, one step outside while the world still sleeps. Tiny, forgettable acts, each one a spark. Every time he keeps a promise, the flame grows louder. Discipline isn't punishment. It's oxygen. People think discipline is suffering. It's not. It's strength on schedule. It sounds like this: I said I would, so I will. No applause, no audience. Just proof. He stops chasing motivation and starts collecting evidence. Each morning finished becomes a brick. Each rep logged becomes a wall. Discipline doesn't shout, it builds in silence, until the silence becomes respect. Motivation moves you once, discipline keeps you moving. And the man who moves without needing a reason is unstoppable. Discipline is what freedom feels like at first. When you stop learning, you start shrinking. The world won't slow down for your comfort. So he reads again, listens again, observes instead of reacts. He feeds his mind the way he trains his body, daily, deliberately. At first it feels useless. Then one day a decision lands smoother. His words cut cleaner. He starts solving problems he used to complain about. That's growth. Quiet, compounding, unshakable. Knowledge isn't power until it changes how you move. Reading about strength is easy. Lifting when you're empty is proof. The more he learns, the less he talks, because growth is louder in motion. Ideas don't change lives, execution does. He learns that movement kills fear faster than confidence ever could. So he acts, calls the client he's been avoiding, finishes the draft collecting dust, takes the first jog instead of planning the perfect one. Each act, small, messy, immediate, pulls him forward. Action creates clarity. Failure creates feedback. Repetition creates belief. Confidence isn't born in the mind. It's built through motion. Every time you act, you prove you can. Proof becomes belief. Belief becomes momentum. But before the fire returns, there's always one more storm. He misses a morning, then another. The old voice comes back. See, you're still the same. He feels the pull of comfort calling him home, the couch, the noise, the endless scroll, everything familiar and fatal. But this time, he doesn't collapse. He breathes. He remembers the work. One missed day doesn't erase the man who built the streak. Progress isn't destroyed by failure. It's destroyed by forgetting how far you've come. So he shows up again. No drama, no self-pity, just presence. And that's when he realizes discipline was never about perfection. It was about return. The quiet man isn't weak. He's reloading. Weeks pass. One dawn he wakes before the alarm, not because he must, because he wants to, because trust has returned. The fire's back, not wild like before, but focused, controlled, dangerous. He stops trying to prove he's the man, he simply is. Every action now says the same thing. I'm back. And this time, he's not leaving. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standards, so raise them. No more someday. No more waiting to feel ready. Move first. Bleed forward. Finish what you start. Wake early with purpose. Learn like survival depends on it. Act before fear gets a vote. That's not a habit. That's identity. And when you live that way long enough, people will call you lucky. Let them. You'll know luck is just discipline that lasted long enough to be noticed. Somewhere tonight, a man will stare at the ceiling and whisper, "I used to be better." If that's you, remember, you're not behind, you're rebuilding. The fire you lost wasn't gone. It was waiting for you to earn it again. One morning soon, you'll walk past the mirror that once broke you. You'll see the same eyes, but a different fire, a quieter one, the kind that doesn't beg to be seen, it demands to be felt. And when they see you moving different, don't explain, don't post, just keep going. Because the fire didn't die, it evolved. It's no longer chasing validation. It's building legacy. It burns clean, focused, unstoppable. Maybe you don't need to be louder. Maybe you just need to last. If you still feel a spark, you're not done. Years from now, no one will remember the mornings you almost quit. They'll remember the man who kept showing up anyway. The fire doesn't stay in one body forever. It moves through suns, through teams, through strangers who watch from a distance and quietly decide to rise too. That's the real legacy. Not the trophies or the numbers, but the invisible permission you give the world when you refuse to stay small. So protect the fire, Feed it, pass it on, because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more men who burn with purpose. This is Rewired Reality, and this time, the fire burns forever.